As Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade finally unite the four powerful relics, their spirits merge into a single, unstoppable force, illuminating the ancient forest with a radiant, magical light. The ground trembles and the spirits of the forest reveal long-hidden secrets, hinting at a deeper, more perilous journey ahead. Their bond, tested through trials of courage, compassion, and unity, now faces the ultimate challenge as they strive to protect their village and maintain the delicate balance between worlds. With the newfound power coursing through them, they step forward, ready to confront the unknown. The true adventure is just beginning, and the stakes have never been higher. The journey to find the second relic led Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade to a dense part of the forest where the canopy was so thick that barely any sunlight filtered through. The air was heavy with the scent of moss and earth, and the sound of rustling leaves and distant animal calls created an eerie symphony. One evening, as they made camp, Ayotunde sensed a presence watching them. She turned to Tunde, who was already scanning the surroundings with a wary expression. Ade growled softly, his golden eyes fixed on the shadows. "We're being watched," Tunde whispered, his hand resting on the hilt of his dagger. Ayotunde nodded. "Let's stay alert." As the night deepened, the presence grew stronger. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the darkness, a tall, graceful woman with eyes like glowing embers and hair that flowed like a waterfall of black silk. She moved with an otherworldly grace, and Ayotunde instinctively knew this was another guardian. "I am Efun, the guardian of the second relic," the woman said, her voice a melodic blend of strength and gentleness. "You have proven your bravery, but to claim this relic, you must demonstrate the purity of your hearts." Ayotunde stepped forward, her voice steady. "We seek to protect our village and restore the balance between worlds. We are guided by the spirits and driven by our bond of friendship and courage." Efun's eyes softened. "To prove the purity of your hearts, you must face the trial of compassion. You will be taken to a place where suffering and despair reign. Only by showing true compassion and selflessness can you succeed." With a wave of her hand, Efun transported them to a desolate, barren landscape. The air was filled with the cries of the suffering, and the ground was cracked and dry. Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade looked around, their hearts heavy with the weight of the despair that hung in the air. They moved through the landscape, offering help and comfort to those they encountered. Ayotunde used her knowledge of herbs to tend to the wounded, while Tunde shared his strength and encouragement. Ade, with his majestic presence, provided a sense of calm and hope. As they worked, a frail old woman approached them, her eyes filled with tears. "My son is trapped in a cave, and I fear he will not survive. Please, help me save him." Without hesitation, Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade followed the woman to the cave. The entrance was blocked by heavy rocks, and they worked together to clear the paths. Inside, they found a young man, weak and injured, but alive. Ayotunde tended to his wounds, using her herbs and knowledge to heal him. Tunde and Ade helped him out of the cave, and the old woman embraced her son with tears of joy. Efun appeared before them, her eyes filled with approval. "You have shown true compassion and selflessness. You have proven the purity of your hearts." With another wave of her hand, Efun transported them back to the forest. In her hand was a beautifully carved wooden staff, pulsating with a soft, warm light. "This is the second relic. Take it and continue your journey." Ayotunde accepted the staff with gratitude. "Thank you, Efun. We will honor this gift and continue our quest." Efun smiled. "Remember, the path ahead will test your limits. But as long as you remain true to yourselves and each other, you will succeed." With the second relic in hand, Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination. They knew the challenges ahead would be formidable, but they were ready to face them together. The forest seemed to welcome them back, its ancient magic guiding their steps as they set off towards the next destination. Their journey took them to a vast, shimmering lake, its waters clear and calm. As they approached, a sudden chill ran down Ayotunde's spine. She felt a presence, ancient and powerful, lurking beneath the surface. Without warning, a massive figure rose from the depths, a water spirit with eyes like sapphires and a body that flowed like liquid silver. It regarded them with a mix of curiosity and caution. "I am Olokun, the guardian of the third relic," the spirit said, its voice echoing like the roar of the ocean. "To claim this relic, you must face the trial of courage. Only by confronting your deepest fears can you succeed." Ayotunde felt a knot of anxiety in her stomach but stepped forward with determination. "We are ready," Olokun nodded, and the waters of the lake began to swirl around them, pulling them into a vortex. The world spun, and when it settled, they found themselves in a dark, oppressive cavern. The air was thick with fear, and shadows seemed to move on their own. "You must each face your own fear," Olokun's voice echoed in the cavern. "Only then will you find the third relic." Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade moved forward, each drawn to a different part of the cavern. Ayotunde found herself alone in a narrow passageway, the walls closing in around her. Her fear of being trapped and helpless surged to the surface, threatening to overwhelm her, but she remembered Olokun's words and took a deep breath. "I am not alone. I have my friends, my strength, and my courage." With each step, the passage widened, and the oppressive feeling lessened. Finally, she emerged into a chamber filled with light, where a glowing crystal floated in the air, the third relic. Meanwhile, Tunde faced his own fear of failure. He was surrounded by visions of his past mistakes, the weight of his responsibilities pressing down on him. But he remembered the support of Ayotunde and Ade, and his determination to protect those he cared about. "I will not let my fears define me," he declared, pushing through the visions and emerging into the same chamber where Ayotunde stood, the crystal relic glowing brightly. Ade, too, faced his fear of losing Ayotunde. He found himself in a dark forest, unable to find her. But he remembered their bond, the strength they shared, and his unwavering loyalty. "I will always find her," he growled, breaking through the darkness and rejoining Ayotunde and Tunde. Together, they reached for the crystal, and as they touched it, the cavern dissolved, and they found themselves back at the lake. Olokun emerged from the waters, a look of pride in its eyes. "You have faced your fears and proven your courage. The third relic is yours." With the third relic in hand, Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade felt more united than ever. They knew the final trial awaited, but they were ready to face it together. Their journey had tested their limits, but it had also strengthened their bonds and their resolve. As they set off towards the final destination, the forest seemed to come alive around them, whispering secrets and guiding their way. Ayotunde felt a deep connection to the land, the spirits, and the ancient magic that flowed through it. With each step, they moved closer to unlocking the full potential of their destiny and protecting the delicate balance between worlds. The journey to find the fourth and final relic took Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade to a remote, mountainous region of the forest where the air was thin and the temperature dropped drastically. The terrain was rugged, with steep cliffs and narrow paths that tested their endurance and determination. After several days of arduous travel, they reached a plateau overlooking a vast valley. In the center of the valley stood a towering tree, its branches reaching towards the sky like outstretched arms. The tree seemed to pulsate with an ancient, powerful energy. "This must be it," Tunde said, his voice filled with awe. The heart of the forest. As they approached the tree, a figure emerged from its base, a tall, regal man with skin the color of rich mahogany and eyes that glowed like embers. He carried a staff carved with intricate symbols, and his presence exuded an aura of wisdom and strength. "I am Orunmila, the guardian of the fourth relic," he announced, his voice resonating like a deep drum. "To claim this relic, you must face the trial of unity. Only by working together in perfect harmony can you succeed." Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade exchanged determined looks. They had come this far together, and they were ready to face this final challenge as one. Orunmila raised his staff, and the ground beneath them began to shift. The tree's roots extended outward, creating a labyrinth of twisting paths and hidden obstacles. You must navigate this maze and reach the heart of the tree, Orunmila instructed. Only then will the relic reveal itself. The trio entered the labyrinth, their steps synchronized as they moved through the twisting paths. Each twist and turn presented new challenges, hidden pits, rising walls, and shifting paths that tested their coordination and trust in one another. At one point, they reached a dead end. Ayotunde closed her eyes, listening to the whispers of the forest. This way, she said, leading them down a hidden path that seemed to open up just for them. As they progressed, the labyrinth became more complex. They encountered a series of challenges that required precise timing and perfect coordination. Tunde used his strength to lift heavy obstacles. Ayotunde's keen senses guided them through hidden traps, and Ade's agility helped them navigate the narrow paths. Finally, they reached the center of the labyrinth, where the heart of the tree pulsed with a radiant, golden light. In its core, a crystal pendant hung, glowing with an ethereal energy. The fourth relic, Orunmila, appeared before them, a proud smile on his face. You have proven your unity and harmony. The fourth relic is yours. Ayotunde reached out and took the pendant, feeling its warmth radiate through her. Thank you, Orunmila. We will honor this gift and fulfill our destiny. With all four relics in their possession, Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade felt a surge of power and purpose. They knew the final task awaited them, to unite the relics and unlock the full potential of their bond. As they returned to Ayekutu, the village welcomed them with open arms. Baba Ifa, the village elder, gathered the villagers around a sacred altar, where Ayotunde placed the relics. The relics began to glow, their light intertwining and creating a vibrant tapestry of colors. A powerful energy surged through the air, and the ground trembled. The spirits of the forest appeared, their forms shimmering with ancient magic. You have done well, Ayotunde, Baba Ifa said, his voice filled with pride. Now, it is time to unlock the true power of your bond with Ade. Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade joined hands, their hearts and minds united in purpose. The relic's light enveloped them, and a surge of energy flowed through their bodies. The bond between Ayotunde and Ade strengthened, their spirits merging into a single, powerful force. The forest around them seemed to come alive, the trees whispering ancient secrets and the spirits singing songs of celebration. Ayotunde felt a deep connection to the land, the spirits, and the magic that flowed through it. She knew they had fulfilled their destiny, but their journey was far from over. As the light faded, Ayotunde, Tunde, and Ade stood together, their bond unbreakable. They had proven their courage, compassion, wisdom, and unity. Now, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, their spirits guided by the ancient magic of the forest and the unyielding strength of their friendship. The village of Ayekutu celebrated their return, but Ayotunde knew that their true adventure was just beginning. With the power of the relics and the bond they shared, they were ready to protect the balance between worlds and uncover the deeper mysteries of the forest. As they looked towards the horizon, Ayotunde felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. The journey ahead would be filled with new challenges, but with Tunde and Ade by her side, she knew they could face anything. The adventure of a lifetime awaited, and together, they would uncover the secrets of the ancient forest and protect the delicate balance between their world and the spirit realm.
Thanks for watching. For more content, subscribe to our channel, like, share, and comment on this video.